what's up? It's Daniel. Gonna be teaching you how to take some measurements today on this turbo. This is a Mac AI 400. And we're gonna be using a dial indicator and fuel gauge. Alright, first measurement's gonna be using the fuel gauge. On the turbo right here, we're gonna be measuring the clearance of the compressor housing and the compressor wheel. And when we take our measurements, you see the blades right here. We're going to be sticking our fueler gauge in between where the blade, the pointy part of the blade, and the compressor housing. You can use between a 7 and 20 thousandths gauge, and that's your limits right there. Anything past a 20, no go. All right, since you don't understand that, we're going to get into our next set of measurements. But to do that, we got to take off the compressor housing. All right, here we go. We already loosened it up a little bit, so it's easy to take off. So you got to go pretty far with these. They can be a little annoying. All right, so just set it, let it rest there, and then the compressor housing pops right off. We're going to inspect the inside of the compressor housing too, to make sure that, you see this is pretty old, but we're just making sure there's no cuts or abrasions or anything too messed up inside the housing. And this is the part of the compressor wheel I was talking about. You'd make the measurement. You would start here with the fuel gauge in between the compressor housing with this together. All right, now we're going to be using a dial indicator. This bad boy right here. If you never used one before, they can be tricky. That's just a heads up. So the first measurement we're going to be taking on this is the in-play measurement. Using the dial indicator. Slide this up over here. Slide this down. This can be pretty annoying to set up. It's gonna be kind of annoying to set up. You gotta get it just right. Okay. Looks about good right there. So now we're gonna zero out our dial indicator. Oh, geez Louise. Zero it out, if we can get there. Like I said, these can be pretty tricky to mess with. Boom, there we go. Now for the in-play or axial measurement, we're gonna lift up, push back down. See, this is very old, so training purposes, this is what we get. All right, now we're gonna take this off here, and we're gonna get the radial measurements using the dial indicator. Try and get it close as possible without messing it up. Move it a little closer. Sorry, this is. Okay. Now that we're all set up, we're going to come over here and do the radial measurement using the dial indicator. Obviously, you got to zero it out again. There it is. Now you just push on it. Make sure you hold the turbo or you get false readings, measurements. Well, you got to finagle these things, but you get the idea. I want to do it right, though. It's not staying still. Sorry, guys. Let's see what we can end it. All right.